My dear chosen ones, today I am going to share something very special with you, something that comes directly from my heart to yours. You know that feeling of inexplicable tiredness after being with certain people? Or when you enter some places and it feels like all your energy just disappears? Well, it's not a coincidence, and if you're feeling this way, you're probably one of the chosen ones. You see, it's not by chance that you are watching this video right now. God has a special purpose for each of us, and some people, like you, have been blessed with a unique sensitivity. It's as if you are a stronger light in the midst of darkness. And precisely because of this, my beloved brother, my beloved sister, you end up attracting both good and bad things. You know when Jesus spoke about being the light of the world? Well, you carry a little bit of that light within you. But just as a candle needs a glass to protect its flame from the wind, we also need to protect ourselves. It's not about being afraid or isolating ourselves from the world. It's about learning to shine without letting the heavy energies of others extinguish our light. How many times have you come home completely exhausted after a normal day at work? Or found yourself absorbing the problems and sorrows of others as if they were your own? This happens because you have a special gift of feeling, of caring, of wanting to help. It's a blessing, but it can also be a burden when we don't know how to protect ourselves. But today, my dear, I am going to teach you something that changed my life and has transformed the lives of thousands of people who have already applied this knowledge. It's a simple yet powerful technique that will help you keep your energy protected and your light shining even brighter. And before we continue with this very special teaching, I want to ask something important. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, click the subscribe button now and activate the bell. Do you know why? Because we are a family here, a community of light. And each new video I share is specially designed to strengthen and protect special people like you. Let's embark together on this journey of protection and spiritual strengthening. Now that you understand that you are special, let's talk about something very important: how the energies of other people affect you. You know when you are feeling great, happy, full of energy, and suddenly you meet someone complaining about life? Well, in just a few minutes, you start to feel heavy, tired, sometimes even with a headache. This happens because you, as a chosen one of God, are like a sponge of light. You naturally absorb what is around you. It's a beautiful gift, but it needs to be used wisely. Think about it. When you are near cheerful, positive people, your energy increases, right? You feel lighter, happier. But the opposite also happens. I'll give you some everyday examples. Have you noticed how you feel after a visit to the hospital, or after listening to a friend venting about their problems? Maybe after a day at work surrounded by stressed people. You come home completely exhausted, not wanting to do anything, sometimes even with your body aching. Many people don't understand what is happening and end up thinking they have some health problem. They go to the doctor, get tests done, and nothing shows up. Do you know why? Because the problem is not physical. It's energetic. You are carrying weight that is not yours. It's as if you were a powerful magnet. People naturally come to you seeking advice, wanting to vent, asking for help. They feel your light, your kindness, and you, with that giant heart of yours, want to help everyone. But that's not why God gave you this gift. You need to learn to help without harming yourself. I'll tell you something that happened to me last week. A friend came to visit me. She was going through a tough time in her marriage. After 2 hours of talking, she left feeling lighter, more cheerful. But me? I ended up with a headache, fatigue, a sadness that wasn't mine. This happens because I wasn't using the protection that I'm going to teach you shortly. You may notice that you are absorbing energy that isn't yours when you feel an unexplained fatigue. Sometimes your mood suddenly changes. Headaches appear out of nowhere. Many chosen ones feel a weight on their shoulders, an inexplicable desire to be alone. Anxiety hits hard for no apparent reason, and a sadness that you know isn't yours takes over your heart. God made you special. He gave you this sensitivity for a reason. You have an important role in this world. But to fulfill your mission, you need to be strong, protected, full of good energy. You can't help anyone if you are empty, right? Imagine a candle trying to light other candles, but its flame is weak. It doesn't work, does it? You need to keep your light strong and bright. And that's exactly what we are going to learn here. You know what else makes me happy? Seeing that you are not alone on this journey. There are many people like you watching this video right now. Special people that God chose to make a difference in this world. Our community is growing stronger every day, and together we are more powerful. In the next part of the video, I will teach you exactly how to create a strong and powerful protection around you. A simple technique that will completely change your life. You will learn to help others without harming yourself, to keep your energy clean and protected, to be light without letting anyone extinguish your shine. Many people ask me if protecting your energy means isolating yourself from the world. No, my dear, it's just the opposite. When you learn to protect yourself, you can help many more people because your light becomes stronger and more constant. Think with me. Jesus walked among all kinds of people. He touched the sick, talked to troubled individuals, faced heavy energies. But none of this affected his inner peace. He knew how to keep his energy protected while spreading love and healing wherever he went. That's exactly how you need to learn to be. A warrior of light who knows how to protect themselves. It's not selfishness, it's wisdom. It's like when you're on an airplane. Do you remember what the flight attendants always say? In case of an emergency, put on your oxygen mask first, then help others. Why? Because if you pass out, you can't help anyone. Let me tell you a story that happened with a follower of the channel. Maria worked as a nurse and came home completely exhausted every day. She thought it was normal for her job, but after she learned the protection technique that I'm going to teach you, everything changed. She continues to care for her patients with the same love, but now she comes home with energy to play with her children, talk to her husband, and live her life. Do you know what's most beautiful? People continue to seek you out, but now it's different. It's as if you have a filter. What is good passes through. What is bad stays outside. You can listen to others' problems without carrying their weight on your shoulders. You can give a warm hug without absorbing the person's sadness. There's a passage in the Bible that says, "Guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life." That's exactly what we're talking about. Guarding your heart doesn't mean closing it. It means protecting it so that it remains pure and strong, capable of loving and serving. You may have noticed that some people seem to drain your energy just by being near them. It's not their fault. Most of the time, they don't even know they're doing it. They are people who are empty inside and unconsciously seek energy wherever they find it. And you, as a chosen one, are like a beacon of light for them. But God doesn't want you to be empty. He gave you this gift so you could be a channel of blessings, not a battery that everyone uses until it runs out. When you learn to protect yourself, your light doesn't diminish, it increases. It's like a fountain that never runs dry, because you know how to stay connected with divine energy while serving others. Remember the story of the Good Samaritan? He helped the wounded man on the road, but he didn't carry the trauma of the robbery that the man suffered. He did what needed to be done with love, but maintained his inner peace. That's how you need to learn to act. Energetic protection is like building a house with a good foundation. You can open the windows, receive visitors, but when the storm comes, you are safe. You choose what comes in and what stays outside. It's not a prison. It's a sacred home for your soul. And do you know what's even more amazing? When you are protected, the people around you feel it. They notice a different strength in you, a balance that inspires. You become a living example of how it is possible to be kind without being foolish, to be loving without being a doormat, to be light without getting burned. I will share with you something I learned after years of helping people like you. Our body is wise. It always sends signals when our energy is being attacked. It's like an alarm that God placed inside us to protect us. Do you remember the story of Daniel in the Bible? He could sense when the environment wasn't good for him. Even in the king's palace, surrounded by luxury and comforts, he felt that something wasn't right. His body sent signals. And you also receive these signals every day. One very common thing that happens is you are feeling great at home, and suddenly you need to go to the store. In the midst of so many people, that strange feeling starts. It feels like the air gets heavy, your head starts to hurt, and you have an urge to run away. It's not just you being dramatic or socially anxious. It's your body warning you that there's a lot of heavy energy around you. Another strong signal is when you start to doubt yourself for no reason. Everything is fine in your life, but suddenly that insecurity hits. You know when you're talking to someone, and then realize you changed your way of being just to please them. That's your energy being dispersed, losing a little bit of itself. A follower called me the other day crying. She said, "Every day I wake up fine, but when I get to work, it feels like they suck all my joy away." She thought it was depression, but in reality it was energy vampirism. The people around her were, unknowingly, draining her good energy. Sleep also says a lot about our energy. There are days when you sleep 10 hours and wake up tired. Other days you sleep 5 hours and feel super energized. It's not just a matter of physical rest. When your energy is protected, even your sleep becomes more restorative. Have you noticed how sometimes you're in a group of friends and feel like leaving for no reason? Or when you visit someone's house and start yawning even though you're not sleepy? These are clear signs that your energy field is being invaded. One thing many people don't realize is the relationship with food. When your energy is dispersed, you start eating more than usual, especially sweets. It's your body trying to replenish the energy it's losing. But it's not food you need, it's spiritual protection. Another important sign is the body pains that appear and disappear without explanation, especially in the neck, shoulders, and lower back. Doctors find nothing. The tests come back normal. Do you know why? Because the problem is energetic, not physical. The people chosen by God have a greater sensitivity. It's as if you have a more powerful antenna than others. You pick up everything: sadness, joy, anger, fear. And if you don't know how to protect yourself, you end up carrying all these feelings with you. Sometimes you're in a crowded place and feel that tightness in your chest, an anxiety without reason. Or you enter a room and already know that there was a fight there, even if no one tells you. This is not coincidence or imagination. It's your spiritual gift working. The problem is that many chosen ones think they need to help everyone, solve everything, carry the world on their shoulders. They think it's wrong to say no, that it's selfish to preserve themselves. But that's not what God wants for you. He gave you this sensitivity for you to use wisely, not to make you suffer. The time has come to teach you something precious, a tool that God has placed in our hands for our protection. The energy shield is simple to make, but it is so powerful that it will completely change your life. You know that story about the armor of God that Paul talks about in the Bible? It works somewhat like the energy shield. It is a divine protection that you activate through your faith and intention. There's nothing complicated about it. You don't need an object, and you don't need a ritual. It's just you and your connection with God. I'll tell you how I discovered this technique. Years ago, I worked in a place that was very heavy energetically. Every day I came home exhausted, with a headache and in a bad mood. Until one day during my prayer, I received this spiritual guidance. It was as if God was telling me, "You need to create a shield of light around you." At first I thought it was my imagination, but I started practicing, and the results were impressive. The headaches disappeared, my energy returned, and I was able to help people without feeling drained. It was as if I had discovered a hidden treasure. Think of the energy shield as a light umbrella. When it's raining, the umbrella doesn't stop the rain from falling, but it keeps you from getting wet. The shield is like that. The bad energies continue to exist, but they can't reach you. They slide off to the side without affecting you. The most beautiful thing is that this shield doesn't block love, friendship, or good feelings. It's like an intelligent filter. What is light passes through. What is shadow stays outside. You continue to be that loving and welcoming person, but now with protection. Many people ask me if it's wrong to protect yourself from others. Of course not. Jesus himself would sometimes distance himself from the crowds to recharge his energy. He knew the importance of preserving himself to continue his mission. You can't give what you don't have. You can't transmit light if you are in the dark. An incredible thing that happens when you start using the shield is that your intuition becomes stronger. Since you are no longer being bombarded by other people's energies, you can better hear your inner voice. That voice that comes from God, you know. Your ability to discern increases significantly. The shield also helps you maintain more positive thoughts, because when you are protected, the negative thoughts of others don't stick to you. It's as if your mind becomes cleaner and clearer. You can see situations with more wisdom. And there's more. When you have your shield active, people feel it. They realize that they can no longer manipulate you energetically. Those people who drained your energy naturally distance themselves, and those who have their own light come closer. It's a natural cleansing that happens in your life. Let's get straight to the point. The practice of the protection shield is simpler than you think. Pay close attention because every detail is important. It's not complicated, but it needs to be done with faith and concentration. The first step is sacred. Find a moment of calm. It can be when you wake up, before leaving home, or even in the bathroom at work. The important thing is to have a few minutes just for yourself. Take a deep breath 3 times. On the first breath, release all your worries. On the second, relax your body. On the third, connect with God. The magic happens now. Close your eyes and imagine a light descending from the sky, straight from the heart of God to your heart. This light can be white, golden, blue, pink. The color that you feel protects you the most. At first, you can test different colors until you find yours. I, for example, use golden light. It gives me a sense of divine protection. The process is natural. As this light descends, imagine it forming a ball around you, like a light egg. It starts small, the size of your body, and grows until it's the size of an open umbrella. This is your protection bubble. Feel it enveloping you completely, from head to toe, in front and behind. A powerful secret that few know. While visualizing your shield, say a prayer. It can be in your own words, like, "Lord, may this shield of light protect me from all negative energy. May only what is good, what is light, what is from the Lord enter here." The prayer greatly strengthens the shield. The finishing touch is important. Take a deep breath once more, filling your shield with love. When you exhale, imagine you are expelling any bad energy that might still be inside it. It's like giving it a final cleaning. Your shield is ready, shining, strong, impenetrable. Here's a golden tip. Do this every morning before leaving home. It's like taking a shower. You don't leave without showering, right? So don't leave without your shield. And during the day, if you feel the need, just take a deep breath and quickly reinforce it. With practice, you can do it in seconds. There are moments that require special attention. When you go to the hospital, cemetery, police station, or any place with heavy energy, reinforce your shield before entering. The same goes for when you meet people you know drain your energy. Better to prevent than to remedy. A common question I always get: you don't need to stay in a specific place to do this. You can do it on the bus, on the subway, walking down the street. The important thing is your intention and your faith. Over time, it becomes as natural as breathing. The most beautiful thing about all this, the more you practice, the stronger your shield becomes. It's like a spiritual muscle that gets stronger with exercise. At first, you may need to reinforce it several times a day, but later it becomes more durable. Thus, the transformation that happens when you start using the protection shield is impressive. People who used to make you feel insecure can no longer shake your inner peace. It's as if you finally found your place in the world. I remember a student who always felt diminished in work meetings. After she learned the shield technique, she began to assert herself firmly, without fear of judgment. Her ideas started to be heard and respected more, not because they changed, but because she began to convey them with more confidence. The most interesting thing is to notice how toxic relationships naturally drift away when you are protected. It's as if those people lose interest in you because they can no longer drain your energy. On the other hand, people who vibrate at the same frequency as you begin to appear in your life. Your intuition becomes much sharper with the shield active. You start to quickly notice when a person or situation isn't good for you. Before any physical or emotional discomfort, your body already warns you. It's like having an internal radar working perfectly. Romantic relationships also change completely. You stop accepting crumbs of affection because your energy is strong and balanced. That desperate need to be with someone disappears, giving way to true and healthy connections. At work, the changes are noticeable. That boss who used to make you nervous loses power over you. Not that you become rebellious, but you start to handle situations more professionally and less emotionally. Your work improves because you can focus more. One fascinating thing is how children and animals perceive your change. They are very sensitive to energy and notice when you are protected. Children become calmer around you, and animals more trusting. It's as if they recognize that you are now a safe harbor. Your decisions become more accurate when you are protected. That mental confusion that came from other people's energies disappears, and you can clearly hear your inner voice. It's easier to know what you really want and what is external influence. The fear of crowds or crowded places decreases drastically, because now you know you are protected, that the energies of other people cannot affect you. You can go to the mall, ride a crowded bus, attend parties, all without feeling drained. Your spirituality also strengthens significantly. Prayers become more powerful, and your connection with God becomes clearer. It's as if the shield creates a direct channel between you and the divine, free from external interference. Imagine your inner world as a sacred garden. When you keep your protection shield active, it's as if you are building an invisible wall around that garden. Storms may roar outside, but inside, your flowers continue to bloom in peace. I had a striking experience with an executive who lived in stress. Every day he faced tense meetings, tight deadlines, and pressures. After he learned to strengthen his internal reality, the same situations continued to happen, but they no longer shook his peace. It was as if he had found an oasis in the midst of chaos. The fear of judgment from others disappears when you are energetically protected. It's as if you understand, deep in your soul, that other people's opinions about you are none of your business. Your inner peace becomes more important than any external approval. There's a magical thing that happens. The more you allow yourself to be authentic, the more the right people come closer. It's as if the universe conspires in your favor. Those superficial friendships are replaced by true and deep connections. Your natural talents begin to flourish effortlessly. Because now you are no longer trying to copy anyone or fit into patterns that aren't yours. It's like a flower that finally finds the sun after a long time in the shade. The way you dress, speak, and behave changes naturally, not due to external pressure, but because you start to express who you really are. Some people may find it strange at first, but soon they realize that this new version of you is much more interesting and genuine. A deep transformation occurs in your romantic relationships. You stop accepting less than you deserve because your energy is aligned with your true worth. Relationships become more honest, more mature, and more fulfilling. At work, your creativity explodes because now you are no longer afraid to propose different ideas, to think outside the box. Your unique contribution begins to be recognized and valued, precisely because it comes from an authentic place. Synchronicities increase significantly in your life. It's as if the universe starts to conspire in your favor, bringing the right opportunities at the right time. Because when you are being true to yourself, the path opens up naturally. In short, protecting your energy is a powerful way to honor who you are and strengthen your mission as a chosen one. The practice of the energy shield not only prevents external forces from draining your vitality, but also connects you with your true essence. By cultivating this energetic barrier, you will be creating a space of safety and growth, where you can flourish authentically. Try this technique and feel the difference in your life. Now, share your experience and help other chosen ones discover this powerful tool.